29th December 2003. You can count all the years in between. That today, finally, the baby is being born through our tenant proprietor, Malaika Enterprises Uganda Limited. It is our desire that this baby will not crawl, but straight away it should start running, which I know is a very abnormal thing in life, because we want to see this place operational. Reason being that this seemingly white elephant, which many people considered, as a result, we were called names by different parties, including our father, Uganda Golf Union, including other golf clubs in Uganda. We have been calling names because they didn't see this project coming to an end or being operationalized. And we also called names by the public here in Arua, who have a lot of interest in this property and the entire golf course. This bush you see growing here has now turned out to be a den for thieves, but we want to avoid that. That was the reason why, when we were negotiating this with Malaika and other parties that had expressed interest, we did say the beauty of the golf course will directly impact on the business here. And we are glad that Malaika responded positively by saying they will be able to put in some money towards the maintenance of the golf course, apart from the proceeds they will be paying us from this building. I want to thank all of you for bearing with us. I know in the last few days there was a lot of anxiety, particularly amongst the members. Writing emails, making phone calls, what is happening? I say, no, we are getting there. And finally today, we are here, handing over this property, this site, to Malaika. So to the team from Malaika, I want to say, as mentioned earlier on, we'll want you to expedite the operationalization of this property. And we know within our agreement, which we signed on the 6th of August this year, we gave you a grace period of 2.5 years in order to recoup what you would have injected to complete the works here and also to do the necessary renovations. And it will be to your advantage if you can do the completion works and the renovations in one day. It will be to your advantage. So that probably you will make your money within the 2.5 years. And then the rest will be start work immediately on this property and let people see that the place is operational. And I want to mention to the people gathered here, Malaika, as per the agreement and also the scope of works against which they placed their bid, he is supposed to do some work also on the club side. You know, this building is 2 in 1. There's a section which was designed exclusively for the use of Westnile Club. Okay. And then there's a section which is supposed to operate as a hospitality facility. But in the scope of works, this side of the club was also included. That is why we had to tour the entire building. So when we will be inconvenienced as members, at the time they'll be doing their works, please let us bear with that, for it is going to be for a short duration. So I want to thank our trustees of the club. You know, they are the ones who own this place. For us, we only manage it on their behalf. And they are holding this in trust for the future, the present and the future generation. That is why we are so particular whenever certain things, come in, or whenever we feel that, during the negotiation process actually, when we felt that, certain things were going to work at our disadvantage, we had to take very tough stance. So NSSF, I hope you were able to bear with that, and that is the reason why finally we arrived at an agreement. And finally, I want to say that The agreement we signed on the 6th of August this year is not complete. I think during our negotiation process, we had agreed that there may be some subsequent addenda, particularly things to do with the, the communication channels and all that. They have to be expressed in what did we call it? I think it was forgetting the term. But anyhow, we said that there will be another document explaining the detailed relationship between the three parties, NSSF, Westnile Club, and Malaika, and how we are supposed to manage the various protocol in terms of say, communication and other issues. That is yet to come. It will be part and parcel of the agreement. And then the response times to those communications, we are all going to spell them out in the term is the service agreement. The service agreement is going to come into effect. So I think at this juncture, I want to say that as a club, we are very, very pleased that today we are handing over this site to Malaika. And then for your information, Malaika, I want to make you know that at the time when these roadworks were going on, some damages were done on the premises. I think if you look at the previous pictures of these premises, somewhere on the driveway there were roadside curbs, but they are no longer there. And as a club, we took deliberate interest, and we wrote to Uganda National Roads Authority, to request them to replace whatever was damaged in the course of repairing the roads. So I think with the time we will share that document with you, and we do the necessary follow-up with UNRWA. And we all know that UNRWA also right now is undergoing a lot of transformation. So some of the things might, take a slow pace, but we'll keep on removing.